hips. And for cat-cow, you draw your navel center down, tip your sits bones high, arc your back so your heart opens forward. And on an exhale, come to cat. Draw your tailbone to point down, draw spine high, and relax your head. So after 3 or 4 rounds of cat-cow, at a nice slow pace, go ahead and begin to feel the extension and flexion in the spine. Feel the stretch that you're awakening and inviting in to the back and front body. Even the side ribs are getting a nice little activation here. And maybe sway your hips and shoulders from side to side, creating a C shape. Tuck your toes, lift your hips high, and slowly start to invite one heel down at a time. Walk in the dog. Maybe grab a hold of opposite ankles and twist your torso. Give it a nice little side stretch. Pulling the ribs away from your hip sockets. On an inhale, slowly shift to high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, stacking elbows under or over your wrists rather. Inhale, scoop your heart forward, push into the tops of your feet, keeping your thighs and knees hovering. And exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. And collect your breath. Sway the hips if you like. Whatever feels organic. Whatever your body says, let's do this today. Go for it. Inhale, reach the right toes to the back of your space. Exhale, step it to the top. Drop your left knee, untuck left toes. Reach fingertips nice and high. Anjaneyasana, crescent moon. Exhale, drip the fingertips down the side bodies. Interlace fingers and drag knuckles down the back of your leg, perhaps. Opening your heart more. Inhale, release, grip, reach fingertips high. And exhale, frame the right foot, tuck the back toes, and spring forward to the top of your space. Inhale, half lift, straighten out your spine, reach through the top of your head. Exhale, fold forward. And for a few breaths here, just really focus on your forward bend or your forward fold. So make sure there's a bit of bend in your knees. Make sure that the weight is dipping more into the balls of your feet and toes, so there's lightness in the heels. And your upper body is more cascading down the front of your legs as opposed to forcefully drawing your head down to the ground. On your next inhale, plant your hands and step your right foot back. Drop the right knee and tuck the right toes. Inhale, crescent moon on the second side. Anjaneyasana, keeping that front knee stacked over the front ankle. Drawing that right hip slightly forward. Exhale, drip the fingertips down, interlace fingers at the back of your bum, and pull the knuckles down the back right thigh. Nice heart opener first thing in the morning for some. Or maybe to wind yourself down before bed. Release the interlace fingers, reach fingertips high. And exhale, frame the left foot, tuck the back right toes, lift the back knee, and step to the top of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees generously and roll one vertebrae up at a time. Come to Tadasana, standing at attention, Samastitihi, hands at heart center, and connect. Inhale, reach fingertips out, up and over. Volcano. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float to high plank. Inhale, roll onto the tippy toes. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, scoop the heart up, upward facing dog. Exhale, pivot hips back, downward facing dog. All right, so heat is coming in. For some, maybe this is just getting you awakened and you're starting to breathe a little deep. Maybe for some, it's really a struggle. So just meet yourself where you are, breathe when you need to, and give your body what it's asking for. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward, and exhale, step or float. Top of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, roll all the way up, standing. Reach fingertips high. Exhale, hands to heart center. So for some, it's a challenge to do the vinyasa, the down and up, especially those who suffer with sinus stuff during this time of year. So it just clogs you more for bending down and up. So maybe try this variation of a sequence. So inhale, root into the right of your right foot. Hover the left. Really connect throughout the body. Get nice and tall. Draw in your navel center. Engage all your abdominals. Soften your shoulders. Broaden your chest. And then on your next exhalation, hinge at the waist. Reach the left toes back and come into crescent lunge. So maybe walk your front foot up a little. Whatever gives you that space to create a 90-degree angle with your front leg. And keeping the left ankle stacked over the ball of your left foot. Reach the right fingertips high. And exhale, revolve to the right of your space. So fingertips are reaching to the front and back of your space. Your heart is trying to open to the right, but nothing forced or strained. We're just giving a gentle twist here. And all the while trying to maintain soft and natural breath. You're like, yeah, right, Tiff. Try it. Just try it. Inhale, reach fingertips high and spiral to the left as you exhale. Inhale, reach fingertips high, come to center line, and exhale, fold forward. Instead of planting your hands, hover your body at a diagonal, hover the torso over your right thigh, and extend the arms back into airplane. So with all of your might, gather in all your breath, root into that right foot, and as you exhale, tighten up your core, spring off that back foot, and meet me at the top of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, reach fingertips high. Exhale, hands at heart center. And again on the next side. So root into the left foot, hover the right, micro bend in the standing knee. Collect your breath, connect your sturdiness. You're a beautiful, tall tree of your choice. Nice and strong. Roots are deep. Branches wide and leaves are reaching for that sunshine. On an inhale, reach nice and tall through the crown towards the sun. Exhale, hinge at the waist and step that right foot back. Crescent lunge. Do what you need with the front leg. 90-degree it. Stack the back ankle over the ball of the right foot. Reach fingertips high. And exhale, open to the left first. Reaching the fingers to the front and the back of your space. And keeping calm. Stay connected right here, right now. If any mental distractions try to float to the surface to distract you or pull you away from the sensations, from the prana that's awakening in the parts of you as you shake and quake, come back to the shake and quake. That's your body thanking you for giving you the strength and the endurance that you'll need going forward. Be present for all. Inhale, reach fingertips high. Fill up. Exhale, open to the right. And breathe. Maybe soften your face a little. Broaden your collarbones just a bit more. Lift a little taller. And exhale, bring it back to center. Reach fingertips high. And exhale, hinge at the waist, keep the torso off the top front thigh, airplane arms, palms are facing down, fingertips reaching to the back. And again, you've got the strength. Just find it. Connect with it. Give your mind the silence and stillness it needs to find that inner warrior. On an inhale, prepare. Exhale, tighten up the core, spring off the back leg, and meet me at the top of your space in Tadasana. Beautiful yogis. Inhale, reach fingertips high. Exhale, cascade, swan dive down to forward fold. Relax your neck. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank, and then slower than you want to go, lower all the way down to your belly. Hugging your elbows in, rooting through the fingers. Untuck the toes, and inhale, come up to Cobra. So with Cobra, soften your shoulders, wrap your elbows in, tuck your tail slightly, and relax your legs. Talk about laundry lists, right? But once you start telling yourself these stages and steps of these sequences and these poses, it gets more and more familiar and organic to you. So give yourself time. Breathe. Slowly lower, one vertebrae at a time. Nice little tummy muscle stretch there. Bhujangasana, Cobra. And release the right ear to the mat. Go ahead and extend the arms at a T. Move your props out of the way if they're there. And then slowly start to kickstand your left leg out and behind you. And maybe reach right hand to left toes. And just sink into the mat. Feel the twist set in. Maybe let out a little, oh yeah. All right, good stuff. Or maybe you want me to touch my right hand to my left toes. Are you crazy? And that's fine, because sometimes it doesn't happen, and sometimes it does. And whatever modification or alteration to different poses, it's absolutely welcome in yoga, because yoga is for every single person, every body, every stage, every level. Make it your own. Release the toes if you've got them gripped. Spiral that left leg down nice and gently. Root the hands into the side of the pecs and push up to Daddy Cobra. So get nice and tall. Tucking your tail, relaxing your legs. Opening your heart forward, reaching through the crown of your face. Widening the shoulder tips out and away from your ears. And exhale, slowly lower to the left ear. Nice and gentle, especially if you have an earpiece microphone thing, don't smush it into your skull. And when you're settled, slowly lift that right leg back and over. Make sure you move your props beforehand. Wait, there we go. And maybe left hand catches right toes. Just breathe. Just feel the settling. Feel the calm. I love that about yoga, the transitioning from the movement in vinyasa from warrior one or crescent moon or lunge or chaturanga to a still settled twist. It's just such a polar opposite yet extremely satisfying. See, I can't even talk, I'm so chill. Just an extremely satisfying set of movements for the body. Slowly unwrap the right leg, lower it back down, come to your belly, and hug your thumbs into the pecs. This time we're going to tuck our toes and push up all the way to high push-up or modified push-up, staying on your knees. All the way up. Keeping your collarbones nice and wide, spread your fingers. Root into all corners of your hands and slowly lift your hips to down dog. Step your feet up, sway your hips, and maybe lower back down to high plank, stack the feet, reach the left fingertips high, and throw in a wild thing. So kick the left foot back, root into the ball of the left foot, and start to open your heart to the sky. Maybe reach your fingertips out to the top over your head. Feel it out. Micro bend in your right arm, and then slowly step that left foot back over the right. Drop the left hand, unstack the hips, and come to down dog. And pump it out. Maybe step the feet up a little bit. Maybe fix your shirt so you're not looking like a hooch. And now on the second side, we'll come back to high plank. Stack the feet, stack the hips, stack the shoulders. So side plank variation, micro bend in your left arm. Fingertips are pointing to the top of your space. And then drop that right foot down, ball of the foot, arc your spine, and lift your heart high, reaching right fingertips over your head and settling your breath. Just feel what feels good for you. On the next exhale, slowly stack your hips, stack your legs, return the right hand, and come back to downward facing dog. So if this sequence doesn't wake you up or put you tired for bed, then send me some comments, some feedback, some suggestions or questions about anything or everything, because that is the best way that I learn, is by asking questions and kind of sharing thoughts. And so constructive criticism, feedback, always welcome. Slowly lift to the balls of your feet and tiptoe. Lift your hips one at a time, straight up. And walk all the way to the top of your mat. And half lift. Exhale, fold forward. This time, come to the tippy toes. Bend your knees, drop your bottom. Maybe hover your hands. Reach to the top of your space. And release your bum to your heels. Awesome. If you fall out, it's okay. That's what it's about. And slowly, snap, crackle, pop just visited me. Drop your bottom to the mat and extend your legs in front. All right, reach the fingertips high. And then exhale, flex your feet so your heels are off the mat. Grab a strap if you prefer that option. Lasso your feet. And slowly hinging at the waist, lifting through the heart, reaching through the top of your head. Slowly forward fold. Now something that I really like to put an emphasis on when I'm doing any forward folds is when you're forward folding, it's important that you give yourself some slack. So when you inhale, make space for your lungs to fill. So maybe come up out of the fold a bit. And then as you exhale, get a little deeper. Okay? And also, I like to remind my yogis in class that you never start to learn riding a bike without the training wheels first, right? You usually start with a tricycle, then you go to a bicycle with training wheels. Same thing with every single yoga posture. You've got to start baby steps. You've got to just slowly integrate the movements, slowly integrate the positioning, and see what works for your body and your stature. And with time and patience and gratitude for everything that your body gifts you, for every single practice that you gift yourself, in all due time, it will come just the way it's supposed to. Inhale, slowly lift all the way up to seated. Dandasana. And then slowly scoot your bum forward. Hug your knees in, flex your feet, and come to Navasana. Boat pose. Sorry, I can't help it. I sing a lot, so get used to it. And then bend your knees. And out. And in. And out. So inhale, fill up. Draw the knees in. So breathe your knees towards you. And then exhale, blow them away. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. 2 more. Who knows how many we did, but we just did them, so it's okay. And last one, we'll flatten out as flat as we can go without lowering our shoulder blades or our head until the very, very last. And slowly release. Drop your toes out, nice and wide. Feel your low back take its natural curvature. Allow your hands to fall open into the sides of you, palms facing skyward. We'll come into our corpse pose, Shavasana. And just slowly begin to lessen the wind tunnels. Sorry in advance, or after fact, probably blew in your ears a lot, but slowly just invite a softness to ride your wave of breath. One of my favorites is to place my left hand over my heart and my right hand over my navel and just feel the lift and fall. And feel the heartbeat lessen. And have a conscious remembrance how precious this life is and how impermanent and yet how incredibly satisfying it can be at every single second. We just have to take notice of the parts that make up the whole. That being the body, the mind, the spirit, everything. It's just all intertwined into a beautiful braid. So I invite you, yogis, to maybe set an intention for the rest of your day or night or in your dreams to take notice. Good, bad, or shady gray. Just take notice. Experience it. Namaste, yogis. You are never going to come off easy, are you?